Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have used an old t-shirt to create a pair of slippers. So let's get into it. I used a pair of flip-flops as a template for my slippers so I knew they'd fit me correctly. I drew around each one onto a piece of paper and cut these out. Taking my t-shirt, I cut along both side seams so I could work on one side of the t-shirt at a time. I placed my templates onto the t-shirt and drew around them. I then cut these out. For the inside of my slippers, I wanted a thicker and warmer fabric. I had this fluffy material that was from the inside of an old jacket. I pinned my templates onto this to hold them in place and cut around them. I now had two lining pieces and two outer pieces. I took one lining piece and one outer piece, placed them right sides together and pinned them in place. I then repeated this for the other two pieces. Once everything was pinned in place, I sewed where I'd pinned, but made sure to leave a gap so I could turn them the right way round once they were sewn. I then turned them inside out so they were the right way round. This is how they looked. Next, I needed to make the top of the slipper. I used a piece of paper and moulded it to the shape of my foot. Once I was happy with the shape, I drew around it and cut it out. This could be used for both the right slipper and the left slipper. Going back to my t-shirt, I drew around the template so I had one piece for the left and one piece for the right, and cut these out. I then repeated this for the lining. This is what I had. I placed one outer piece and one lining piece right sides together and pinned it in place. I repeated this for the other two pieces and sewed where I'd pinned, making sure to leave a gap so I could turn them the right way round. This is how they looked once they were sewn and turned the right way. I then needed to attach these pieces together. Taking one top piece and one bottom piece, I placed these together with the lining on the outside and pinned along the curved edge. I had something like this and repeated this for the other slipper. I then sewed these together. This is how they looked. Next, I made the sides of the slippers. I measured around the back of the slipper. My measurement was 14 inches, but I added 1 inch for seam allowance, so I had 15 inches. I cut out two outer pieces and two lining pieces that were 15 inches long and 2.5 inches wide. I then placed one outer piece and one lining piece right sides together, pinned them in place and repeated this for the other two pieces. I then sewed where I'd pinned, but again making sure to leave a gap to turn them the right way round. This is how they looked once they were sewn and turned the right way round. I then pinned these to the edge of the bottom piece of the slipper, making sure they reached the sides of the top piece. This is how they looked once everything was pinned. I then sewed them in place. Once everything was sewn, I turned them the right way round and the slippers were now complete. This is how they looked. I was really happy with how these turned out and I'll definitely be wearing them during the winter months. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.